I've been dealing with performance anxiety for years, and I'm just beginning to understand it a little bit more. And for the past couple of years, it's been mainly reduced to sex. I thought that was where I had performance anxiety, and I thought that's only where it existed. But now I'm beginning to understand that it's something that I dealt with earlier in life when I had dedicated my life to basketball. I had performance anxiety. I just didn't understand it at the time. And how I understand it now is when you perform well at a certain task or event, you feel great about yourself. You're on top of the world. Your self-love is high. Your self-confidence is high. But on that opposite end, when you don't perform well, your confidence is low. You don't necessarily like yourself and love yourself as much. And I've seen that cover to all areas of my life. And I wonder why there is this anxiety to perform. And obviously, we want to participate well in whatever it is that we're participating in. But on top of that, it's about having an attachment to outcome. And because your self-worth and your self-confidence is attached to said outcome, now the need to perform is so high because there's a lot riding at stakes. That's why when I had performance anxiety sexually, it literally would feel like do or die. Like I have to perform well or my reputation is tarnished or my masculinity is tarnished or the love I have for myself will dwindle. The same thing when I was playing basketball. I had to perform well because my identity, the way I felt like I was being perceived by the world, was riding on this. And even that plays into something because we like to attribute the way we view about ourselves, our fears of being perceived, we attribute those to other people, but really it's the perception that we hold of ourselves, and we fear people agreeing with the perception that we hold of ourselves. So let's say I don't perform well and I feel like I'm a fuck up or I'm a failure or I'm not good enough. I believe that. And the biggest fear is someone else believing that because then it makes it universally true. Hence, I will then go, oh, I care what other people think. But I really just care about other people either affirming or denying what it is that I currently believe about myself. So I'm understanding I have performance anxiety because I have an attachment to outcome. And it's the way that I perceive. I've been perceiving life as an event. I've been approaching everything as an event, as opposed to an experience, something that I can learn from. And whether you perform well or not, if your identity isn't attached to it, then it's a learning experience. But for me, I never used to perceive it that way. I would just perceive it as I'm not good enough. I wouldn't give myself that grace that we can learn, that we can get better at things. So yeah, if you're someone who also struggles with performance anxiety, just take a look at where that stems from and what are you attaching your identity to. Is your identity attached to how well you perform? And if it is, I would say love yourself no matter how well or not well you perform, and maybe things will turn around for you.